There are husbands that go when they say, well, you know what? You got to understand this is the choice I made. So it is what it is. And I don't care how you're feeling about it. Not saying that they say it verbally, but the actions can show that. Assalamu alaikum, peace. It's Coach Nyla, one of the co-founders of Outstanding Personal Relationships, as well as co-author of the book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored. As promised, here's part 2 of what I call the polygyny service announcement, PSA, of someone else controlling my marriage and pretty much the things that we should do in order to not allow that to happen. So enjoy the rest of the video. You have to make the choice. You have to make the choice to say, you know what? This is her decision to make. I'm going to let it be known. I'm going to man up, and it's still her decision to make. Now, our children are our children, and I should have a say-so in that. But the way things go, and if it's going to be that ugly, that was the risk that was taken. Everything we do, or so many things that we do in life, deal with risk. Deal with risk taking. Coach Nazir did a video and he spoke about that, about taking risks. And you got to see if that is worth it. It's building your legacy or whatever other reason you married again or want to marry again is worth that risk. That you could possibly have to deal with a custody battle. You possibly have to deal with a divorce. You possibly have to deal with these different things and these different emotions and all this other stuff. Protector, provider, personal power. Those are the 3 P's that men exude or should possess. And when it comes to incoming wives, it is not your job to make other people happy. That's not your job. When you married your husband or wanted to marry this man, you know it's permissible. Regardless of people say, well, you know what, you did this, if you did it behind someone's back, or if you decided to not to talk to the wife initially, or whatever the case may be, your marriage is your marriage. Mind your marriage. There are going to be people that are not going to like you for the sheer fact that you exist. It is what it is. That's where we're living in right now. It's sad. It sucks. That's what it is. However, knowing that this is the reason why I'm getting married, this man shows that he can provide these things. And this is why I got married. I'm going to mind mine. Inshallah, God willing, she minds hers. He does what he needs to do as a man to make sure that things run smoothly on both fronts or all fronts or whatever. Then the family building or bonding or blending can commence. Now, there's one family under the umbrella of this husband, of the man, but there are multiple marriages. And those marriages need to be mined by those who participate in those marriages. So when you have a wife over here saying that, well, no, I don't want you over there, or I don't like that you're spending more this time over there. We were first. I don't like this. We built this family, so this person has to bow down to me or make sure I'm okay with everything or whatever the case may be. That's not okay. That's not how it's operated, well, at least in the realm of Islam, and that's how we follow it, because it was regulated. And women, wives, period, no matter what the timeline, no matter what the time that they came in to the marriage, are still wives. and wives are equal. A wife is a wife is a wife. But when a husband, who's supposed to be the protector and the provider and the maintainer, say, you know what, her feelings are more important, not even if he said it physically or verbally or whatever, and that either goes with either side. Because I'm not going to say, well, it only happens with first wives. No, there are husbands that go when they say, well, you know what? You got to understand this is the choice I made, so it is what it is. And I don't care how you're feeling about it. Not saying that they say it verbally, but the actions can show that. But as a man, Coach Nazir does these videos and he speaks on that. And he speaks on best practices and he trains on it. As a wife, as a coach, I felt the need to state this also because this video is going out to my wives out there. And of course, I'm pretty sure that they'll be showing it to their husbands or they may watch it together or whatever. That's fine too.
Pardon the interruption. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that you could thrive better in the community that's more supportive? Now, I already know the answer to that. But did you know that Outstanding Personal Relationships actually has a community that is supportive and where we really hang out a lot? It has a number of areas and things like, for example, I deal with the men in the Kings and Men section where we discuss a number of different men issues, whether it's polygyny related, parenting related, whatever it may be. This is where we communicate and connect.
And as an introvert, I love the idea of an online community. So we have that. And to be able to speak with like-minded people, speak with other wives, wives, whether you're an incoming wife, whether you're a first wife, you're a wife, period, in general, you only practicing monogamy, whatever the case may be, to be able to be in a community with people who understand what you're going through, understand any type of issues you have, and also being in a place where you have support from others, where it's not all over social media for everybody else to see.
Yes, and it is a safe space. So if you guys want to see us or if you want to connect with us, come to our community.
Indeed. And like they said, it's private. All right. So you don't have to worry about your stuff being all over the place or all on social media, trying to find the comments and go scroll. We have the subjects. We have all this type of stuff. Just go to outstandingpersonalrelationships.com. Look on the top of the page. Click on community. We look forward to seeing you there. Back to the video.
But when it comes down to it, there are 3 people involved altogether when it's at least 3 people, I should just say. At least 3 people. But these identities are different. These marriages are different. This incoming wife should not have anything and should not be able to have any power over this marriage over here. And the same goes on the other end. However, I've seen too many times, I'm not saying that this doesn't happen on the other side where the incoming wife has, some pull. I'm not saying it don't happen. However, more often than not, it's more of the pull of the first wife. I was here first. I'm feeling this type of way. I don't like this. I don't agree. What would the people say? My family don't like it, whatever the case may be. And then the husband don't want to look like the bad guy. So he divorces the second wife, or he treats her like she's a secret, or he doesn't give her her rights, or whatever. And she's sitting here dealing with it and festering it because she wants this to be happy over here. She doesn't want to be the home wrecker. She doesn't want to cause issues. She doesn't want to demand anything because she feels that she shouldn't. She feels that she is not entitled to it. A wife is a wife is a wife. And if a person marries you for honor, if a person marries you and their job or their thing is to be the protector, the provider, the maintainer from enemies, domestic and foreign, meaning inside your family and outside, then you get that right too as the wife. So when it comes to being able to speak up on it, there are a few things. I'm not going to get into it too deep, but I do train on it as well as I do counseling and coaching for women so they can possess these things in order to be able to speak with confidence, to speak to their husbands about these things so they can have some clarity about where their marriage is and where it's going. It's easy to have those conversations early before it gets out of hand or before it gets hard to walk away if you need to walk away. Not saying that you should, because you should make things work. If it's meant to work, it's going to work. If it's not, then that's the way it is. However, these things, I call it CIFS, CIFS. C for confidence, I for influence, F for femininity, and S for being solution oriented. That's how you get things across. That's how you make sure that you are heard. You exude that confidence, that influence, that femininity, and being solution oriented when you're speaking. That goes for first wives, that goes for subsequent wives as well, or initial wives and subsequent wives as well. You want to make sure that you possess those things. I would do another video on speaking more about that and training on that as well. So look for that. If you guys want more information, I keep saying you guys, but that's kind of how I talk. But if you want more information on the coaching that I was talking about, go to coachnyla.com, because I do guided coaching and counseling on how to possess these things and how to properly use them for your marriage fulfillment. Hope you guys got some great information from this video. As I stated before, it's not an easy topic. It's not an easy subject. I already am preparing myself from the crazy comments that I may get on this. But like I stated before, if we don't speak on it, if we don't have the hard conversations, and if we don't call it out and call out the negativity for what it is, or call out the BS for what it is, it's going to keep going. And I'm not willing to sit around and allow that to happen. So until the next video, make sure you are growing intentionally, loving fearlessly, and connecting on a higher level every single day. Inshallah, God willing, I'll see you soon. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You feel this video is going to be benefit to someone else. Make sure you share, because sharing is caring. If you made it this far, congratulations. I truly appreciate you. Put CIFS in the comments below if you did. Inshallah, I'll see you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.